And people have to understand that they have to criticize him if all he does wrong. It is so sad that a lot of people in Ukraine are dying today because of Putin's action. Because of Putin's action. People are dying in Ukraine because of Putin's action. Dead bodies on the streets of Ukraine remain uncollected because of Putin's action. The fact that the Sky News reported how bodies laying all over the streets in that place because of Putin's action in Ukraine. We got to understand that Putin cannot be allowed to go scot-free when people in that country are dying. Both countries, people are dying. Mothers losing their kids. Brothers losing their sisters. Sisters losing their brothers, uncles. Losing their loved ones. So we can't just look and don't say anything about the situation in Ukraine. Cities have been reduced to ashes. Cities have been reduced to ashes. The city of Mariupol. The city of Mariupol is almost level to ashes as a result of Putin's action. As a result of Putin's action. So we all the leaders, Western leaders and other people have to put pressure. I agree that they put the pressure on him. Militarily they put the pressure on him. But morally he's wrong. He has caused the death and destruction of many people in Ukraine. The death of many people in Ukraine. I know they wanted a peace talk a few times. And Russia is saying that she's going to reduce her military activities around Kiev and other places. She's going to go in the Donbass region, other places to continue military action. I'm saying Russia has now understood that she cannot win the war in Ukraine. And so all that she has embarked on is to destroy the country. Once again, just look, this is Russian foreign minister. Russian foreign minister, Lavrov. These people have to understand, and one of the bad things that are happening right now in Russia is most of the people in Russia don't even know what's happening in Ukraine. They don't know, the people don't even know that Russia has obliterated or reduced most of Ukrainian cities to rubble. They're not seeing this because the press, Vladimir Putin and his people in Ukraine have stopped all independent news agencies from broadcasting these things on Russian TV. From broadcasting these things on Russian TV. It is regrettable that we continue to we don't want to escalate the war in Ukraine. We don't want to escalate the wars in Ukraine. We don't want to make Russia, we don't want to make Putin angry. How much more, how angry can you make Putin from what he's already doing in Ukraine? How much more angry can you make Putin from what he has already done in Ukraine? Pepperizing all the city, bombing hospitals, bombing places where kids are. And yet still we are afraid to call Putin They say, look, what you're doing is wrong and you need to stop the war. And I was just reading something this morning. I just want to point out to that. Estonian foreign minister said that Putin should pay for everything. All the Putin money he's using right now. The international community should ensure that every damage, every destruction that has been committed in Ukraine as a result of Putin's action. At the end of the war, Putin should be responsible, or Russia should be responsible for rebuilding Ukraine. For rebuilding Ukraine. It is unimaginable that in the 21st century, 2021, you see a country invading another country, and killing innocent people. Thousands of people are dead. $1 billion worth of property, critical infrastructure being damaged as the result of Putin's action. Even Russian soldiers, bodies have been left on the battlefront. Russian soldiers' bodies been left on the battlefront. They're refusing to take their own bodies. Refusing to take their own bodies. A lot of people dying. A lot of people are dying as a result of Putin action. We cannot just continue to say, oh, yes, we got to pacify Putin so he can stop the destruction. Oh, no, I agree we should do that, but Putin should understand that he cannot be left to just do what he wants to do without people calling him out of his name. That's crazy. And people got to stand up against such an atrocity taking place in Ukraine. Unprovoked attack. Ukrainians didn't call for the war. Russians are the ones that bring the war. Russians are the ones that bring the war. So they should be responsible for the action. They should pay for every destruction. And Putin should know that he's a butcher. He's a butcher. He has to use civilized means to solve the problems in Ukraine. If he has problem with Ukraine, he has to use civilized means to solve the problem in Ukraine. Instead of you enter another people's country and invading the country because of your own selfish desire. It is now time that people recognize that Putin cannot be left alone, and he should face the full weight of the international community. Putin should not be allowed to leave. Criminal charges should be filed against Putin. War crime. And every gas, natural gas or whatsoever gas, everything that Putin sells to the international community, part of the money from his sale should go to war paying reparation in Ukraine. I know it's going to be, it's going to be something that most people would not want to agree with. But I don't think that Putin war machine that caused all of the destruction in Ukraine, it should be left, they should just leave him to just go out of Ukraine without doing anything. It is now time for people to understand that Putin must pay for his action. And the international community has to be hard on him. He has to pay for his action. He has to be responsible for what he did. And I hope that the European leaders who are already doing their best will continue to do their best and call on Putin to withdraw from Ukraine, and also impress upon Putin to pay for all the damages. You are watching Delmarva Point of View on YouTube. Delmarva Point of View is a community-based YouTube channel that comes to you with community issues. Today we're discussing Ukraine. Biden called Vladimir Putin a butcher, and many European leaders feel so uncomfortable, especially Macron of France. Be very uncomfortable with the description that Putin is a butcher, and he said he's going to escalate the situation. My thing here is, how much more can they escalate the situation in Ukraine from what Putin is already done? How much more can the situation in Ukraine be escalated? I don't know how much more can it be escalated. Look at the city of Mariupol, as I already showed you. The city of Mariupol. Just look at the city of Mariupol and see the amount of destruction that the Russian soldiers, military, inflicted on the city. The amount of destruction that the Russian soldiers have inflicted on that city. Mariupol. See the amount of destruction. So for those who are saying that Putin will get angry because of Biden calling him out of his name, I think they are making a big mistake. They are making a big mistake. Putin should be held responsible for your actions. Putin should be made to pay for his action. Putin should not be allowed to go scot-free for the damages he has done in Ukraine. For the damages he has caused in Ukraine. No. Putin should face the full weight of the law. The international community should ensure that Putin pay for his action. 15,000 Russian troops perish in Ukraine already. 15,000 Russian troops perished in Ukraine already. We think it's time for people to recognize that Putin to be made to understand that his action has caused a lot of lives, a lot of people's lives to be destroyed. And you should face the full action, full weight of his action. The international community should ensure that he pays for everything, every destruction he did in Ukraine. Thank you very much for watching. You are watching Delmarva Point of View on YouTube. We'll be back here on this channel next week, and we'll be coming up with something very new topics to talk to you about. Have a nice day, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next week. Have a nice day. Bye-bye for now.